great first week of football. What does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Already here, they'll audible to something else.
38. Smash, red.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Second and 5. At the 40-yard line.
97.
Love from the gun. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Working out of the gun. Love. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Green Jack. Set cut.
Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To the air again. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Drill, 50, set, ready. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And now Love going to change things up. And he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw now. Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And now they'll shift things around.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Big Lion. Ready. 65.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right now on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Daniels. Packer pressure, and down he goes. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Daniels looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing. zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. And 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. 7-7, our score after one.
Ready.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Black Ultra. Ready.
Love now. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Lane. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Here we go.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there. Completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go, Reed, go. Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Washington, first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got it. Ready.
Second down and 8.
Pat the street. Pat. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he lost the football. But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now Daniels. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Following the interception, Love. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Second and 10.
Come on, set. Snap, ready. Ready.
Now Love. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Yellow. Hut, hut.
Love looking to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now it's second and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Separating from the gun. Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught left side by center. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here's 2nd and 10.
Panthers quick. Panthers 19 Tiger. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. But escapes the sack. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Let's go now. Yellow. 22.
Love, they go play action now. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Red, yellow, red.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers! A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something on this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on it, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Daniels. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. To the right side and caught by Simmons. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
Commanders first down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Commanders first down.
3.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Viking, 18.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
like this. 65. Let's go now.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
I should probably stop ahead, boy, because I got all the hands, boy.
Ready.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Throwing now is Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Check. Here we go. Check. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's Daniels. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they'll change things up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Yes, ready?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. 10 black.
The Love wants to shift things around.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Set.
They go with Jacobs. And just shutting him off there. Down the right sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Black, Olsen. Let's go now. Black, set, go.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
45, white.
Love fires up quickly outside. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Some strong running at the 20. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on. Hit. 70 Lions. 70 Lions.
To throw is Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Play fake. Here's Love. To the right side and intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.